This is a really interesting fact I wanted to share with you. President Trump is one of the rare presidents whose job approval rating has actually dropped after losing an election. 46% in Gallup's last pre-election poll to 39% now. His drop has been with both Republicans and independents. He was already super low with Democrats, obviously. So there's a few things to say about that. First of all, 39% support is out of this world. That's actually high. I think that's incredibly high, given everything that's happened, everything that's gone down. But it is a giant drop, too, from 46% to 39%. So both things are true. It's way too much for comfort, but it is also a pretty big drop. But what does that tell me? Guys, that tells me that, yes, the reaction that you're having when you see how unhinged he is and how he cannot accept a loss ever, that reaction does generalize, and a lot of people feel the exact same thing. And, I have anecdotal evidence to back this up in my personal life. I have a family member who is a big Trump person, and even I asked them about it recently during Christmas, and even they were like, I'm sick of it. You need to relax. You need to calm down. Not every single thing is about you. You don't have to interject yourself in every single conversation. Give it a rest with the whole I won, fraudulent election, rigged election, fraudulent election, rigged election. It's over. Take the L and go sit outside. Go sit in the corner. This is somebody who is a big Trump supporter. And they'll go on to say, yeah, I think that, they shouldn't have done the mail-in ballots and the Democrats got an unfair advantage from that. And they have their little things that they go to that they argue, their pro-Trump stuff from. But ultimately, the conclusion was, I've had enough. Even with the last minute Trump stepping in and saying, no, $2,000 for the relief bill, not $600. Even that sort of got under this person's skin. Because they were like, you could have done it earlier. And I was surprised to hear this person say that. I did not think that this person would say that at all. But they were like, you could have done it earlier and you didn't do it. So what are you doing? You're blowing it up at the last minute. Why? Why would you do that? Why? So anyway, anecdotally, I've seen exactly what this poll is reflecting, which is people are tired, man. And I pointed this out previously, but I backed away from it because Trump really was an aberration in a sense where usually after you leave, you have to go back into the woods, in the wilderness. And Trump just didn't do that. But initially, his approval sort of held steady. And I was like, Jesus Christ, how's this guy, violating that rule of nature too? But no, the reality caught up with him. And the fact of the matter is, yeah, just like when Hillary lost and then she was out there immediately after, everybody was like, just go away a little bit. Come on, what are you doing? That's how people are now feeling about Trump, which is why there's been a 7-point drop in his approval rating. And honestly, I'm curious to see what happens moving forward, because if he refuses to get out of the spotlight and tries to keep the attention on him relentlessly, nonstop, every second, even as we have a Biden presidency, I'm curious what'll happen. Is it possible this keeps plummeting? Sure, why wouldn't? I could see it going down to 30%, 25%, something like that. Definitely. I mean, he has his hardcore people who will never leave him, but he's basically going to take every borderline person, like my family member, and alienate them. Simply because, like Geraldo Rivera said, he's acting like an entitled frat boy. Nobody likes an entitled frat boy, a spoiled brat, who can't hold an L. Take your L, dog. Just take it. So anyway, interesting development. And you and I both know he for sure is not going to go away quietly. And I think that's pissing more and more people off, and that's totally understandable.